Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today on Farm Sim News, we're going to take a look at SteamDB and when we could possibly see patch 1.6. The first official peripheral for consoles in Farm Sim is out, and we're going to take a look at a bunch of mods sitting waiting with giants, including the real reason that Comston's name was changed. If you like staying updated with all the latest news in Farming Simulator, make sure you're subscribed. Let's go. Starting off, we've got an update on the mod waiting times as of today. For newly submitted mods, it is 23 work days, which would be around Monday, March 24th. Seems like forever from now. Mod updates are looking at about a 9 workday waiting time, which is Tuesday, March the 4th, and failed or resubmitted mods, you can expect to see your mod back in testing early to mid next week with a 4 workday waiting time. As always, these are just estimates, but I know that it helps modders know what to expect, and for all of the mods that we talk about in these videos, it's nice to know when they might go into testing. Actual release times vary greatly, and it's hard to even estimate when we get to see what. If you'd like to bookmark this page, you can check the link below beside mod wait time. The update page for FarmSim 25 on SteamDB has been very active the past couple weeks, with an update every day or so, even on the weekends. However, there's been no update since Monday to the list. They've also added a massive list beside Downgrade 1501, leading me to believe we may not be too far away from the rumored patch 1.6 the Giants announced in their State of the Farm blog 2 weeks ago. We're still about 3 weeks away from the next set pack release, and Giants generally drop a patch before a DLC release, so with that, we can expect a patch anytime, maybe in the next 2 to 3 weeks, although that time is up in the air. I will be keeping an eye on the SteamDB page history page for any updates. And speaking of updates, Giants also dropped some information on their social medias this morning, released on the YouTube page. They say new on Modhub, free machines from Kloss, Stimco, Horsch, and more, with a link to a blog that isn't out yet, at least when I'm recording the video. And boom, just like that, looks like Giants removed it. And of course, as I'm finishing up the video, the mods for today have a release. We got the Kloss Tryon, Kloss Arian 600, Valtra Q series, the Veravet Hydrotrike 5x5, Horsch Cura 24ST, Demco Series 220, and a Kroger Muck 303, all from Giant Software, though there were a lot more mods released today, so stay tuned for the new mod video for those. Yesterday, the first dedicated peripheral for Farming Simulator on consoles was released, the Thrustmaster FarmStickX, which is an updated version of the popular SimTask FarmStick for PC, but with a detachable USB cord and support for Xbox, just to name a few things. Pricing is $130 US. I did try to get my hands on one since Thrustmaster didn't send me one pre-release, but it sold out almost immediately on their website and accidentally was looking at the UK website. Oops. This new version has some new features, and it's very exciting to see something like this for console players. No support for anything on PlayStation yet, but I will be keeping my eye open for that. The Farm Sim guy who has partnered with Thrustmaster has done a couple videos on this new FarmStickX, so definitely check him out for more information. So then, let's jump over to modder news, and we're going to start with a lot of modders and lists of mods that they have with Giants for testing, or that have been finished up, starting with 82 Studio and their list, which includes the Global Goods Transport Pallet, the International 200 Series Custom, and the TLX Phoenix Semi-Truck. I know that they are having some issues after one of the last updates with the game with the pallet autoload and the Global Goods Transport Pallet, but as of the update to the liftable pallets and bells on Monday, those pallets specifically have been redone to be able to use autoload, available on consoles as well, meaning we'll finally be able to see pallet autoload on consoles again, similar to what we had in FS22. As for the International 200 Series Custom, this is based on the base game IH200 series, but heavily modified to add tons of customization options, and is basically a different truck at this point. And lastly, the TLX Phoenix, which is the most downloaded semi-truck in FarmSim 22. This one is coming back with some new options and a refreshed look. Some great stuff heading our way from 82 Studio. Next up, we have Agro Tonho and their Lizard Mustang. As of late last night, the mod was finished and is now waiting with Giants for testing on all platforms. The mod is still available on FS22, only releasing at the beginning of November last year, so it's still a new mod, all things considered. I'm not sure if there will be anything different about the FS25 version. As far as I can tell, everything looks the same, but it's still awesome. It was awesome then, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome once it's out in FS25. OmaTana says her TARDIS pack update is now in testing on Modhub, meaning the Giants are currently testing the pack. I'm not exactly sure when the pack was sent in, but I do know that as of 3 weeks ago, she was still working on a few things. The update includes color options for the body and all of the equipment, in addition to the new combine harvester that was added, and new headers that offer fast options, and there's even one for doing poplars. This is a very big update, and if you like unrealistic farming or you just want to have some fun, this pack is for you. I will leave a link down below to OmaTana's YouTube video showing off the update if you want to check that out before it's released. Moving along, we have a massive list from Hispano Modding, still showing as pending for everything. It's important to note that this list was compiled on Monday evening, so there could be changes to it, but we don't know anything about that right now. The list features some big mods that I know you guys are ready to see coming back, like the New Holland W190D, the John Deere 710, Kloss Dominator 108, and Case Magnum 7200 Pro, just to name a few. Almost all of the mods on this list are converts from previous FS games, and with Giants adding their own mods on the Modhub updates every few weeks or so, well, some of these may not come to the game, or they may be coming but from Giants and not Hispano. It's really just a waiting game at this point, especially for converted mods like this. Next, we've got Caston18, who does have some mods going through testing as well, like their MAN TGX 18500 4x2, the Kroger AgriLiner PWO24, and their Scooter. Yeah, these are. There's also four other mods in review, including the highly anticipated Zader UR2 pack. Very excited for these. A bit of confusion from Custom Modding in their latest post, as they say, coming in the next few days, Honeybee, Dimco headers, and C850. I have no idea if these are going to be released or if they were just submitted. Maybe they're released for free on their Patreon. I have no idea. They also say that their Case IH 2150, the Valmato 1130 Fat Mix, Case IH 255 Tiger Mate, that didn't read that right, and the Landau 845 Lowboy, as well as the Valmato Max Track and Balzer 2850. God, so many mods are already in the game, which is great to see. Next, we hear from KarlFarms, who says that their superior in-dump trailer pack is finished and will be uploaded to Modhub for testing on all platforms sometime this week. They're also celebrating their 6-year anniversary on their fan page, so a big congratulations to KarlFarms on all the success that they found over the past few years. And I also want to say thank you for allowing me to be a small part of that. You rock. Speaking of rockin', HR Forst are rockin' fast with some more mods, showing off another mod today, the Crappy SKS pack. They say that there are 125 different manufacturers represented on the trailers as options for customization, so you'll be able to find one that fits your game and your playstyle the best. The pack was originally released in FS22 and offered a long and short trailer, both with the option of adding a fifth wheel on the rear, letting you build a road train out of either one. Always fun to see some road trains and see how many trailers you can hook up. I may have to redo my trailer video from FS22 with these. Hey, let me know if you'd like to see that. IKAS is back with us today with an update to their Midwest shop. He's adding auto load on the loft at the top, as well as fixing the door collisions and refreshing the textures. I refuse to redo clips today. IKAS is still in the process of working on the update, so if there's anything else you would like to see added or changed on the Midwest shop, you can let them know. Speaking of fan modding, Patty Fan Modding also shows off another building that they are working on, the garage with solar panels. It's got 5 massive doors on the front, with the fourth from the right, or fourth from the left, I don't know, the one on the right being a little bit smaller. There also is an awning over the front door on the left, and a covered area on the right to store semi-trucks and things like that outside. There's a few other buildings like their big storage and shed that I showed off in a video on Monday that I was talking about from IKAS. Since IKAS and Patty both have fan modding in their names, I'm assuming that they work together, but still, I should have read the modder names on the sheds before crediting IKAS on all of the sheds, so shouty outy to Patty for the awesome buildings and giving those to IKAS to send over to show everybody before they're released. They're pretty cool. I'm super excited. Let's end out today with some big news about upcoming maps. Starting off with Alma, Missouri by Celobuki. They are planning to have the map done and sent off for testing on all platforms next week, which is great news. We're getting closer. They're also updating their computer in real life, which means great things for the community going forward. MrHector released some more information on Carpathian Countryside and the third village, Landcar. The area is almost done with a few things left to do, and possibly the addition of something big that is present on the real-life location. However, Mr. H doesn't say what that is, at least not yet. Might come in a future update. Not a lot has changed on the third village from the FS22 version. Noteworthy is the new gas station and a few little looks at the road texture blending between different road types. Almost all fences have been replaced and the gardens that react to the seasons make the environment feel more alive with the addition of some domesticated animals in the yards. I think they mean chickens, because all I see is chickens. For not a lot has changed, these are some big additions. I love it. They added 56 new screenshots to their Facebook page, so if you want to check them all out, you can check out MrHector. Next last, CarlTG has found a solution to their shader issue, and now everything should work as expected on consoles on their Tassie Farm map and their peat equipment. This is great news, especially since I know that Karl wanted to get everything out for all platforms. Awesome job. Karl also released a teaser trailer for the Tassie Farm on their YouTube, which I will link below if you want to check it out. Lastly today, OxygenDavid released information on why Comston Farm was changed to Oak Bridge Farm and elaborated on some updates that were part of the name change. First off, he said that after seeing so many people posting pictures of visiting the farm on his fan page, he's trying to restore the privacy of the residents and the real-life location, so he has changed the map name to discourage people from going and visiting the area uninvited. I also know that other YouTuber farmers have had this problem in the past, so please don't be going to visit places uninvited. One thing to note is Comston is still Comston on FS22, so the only name change is on the FS25 version. Secondly, he's included 3 updates to the map itself, with the change Meadow can now be mowed, all decals and collisions have been fixed around the farm, and all milk can be sold at the dairy. I highly encourage you to update your maps, as these are some great updates. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have a great day. We will see you Friday. Peace. What a day for mods. This video's taken me like 4 hours to put together. Goodness gracious.